Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch. They have licensed agents available 24/7 online or over the phone.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance. And you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your home or renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident, and you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
Hey y'all, I'm Kim. And I'm Lark. And we host Kudzu Killers, Homicide, and Sweet Tea. Each week we discuss the juicy details of real-life murders that happen in the southern U.S., sometimes with inappropriate laughter. But we try to be nice. The stories may be old, cold, or recent, whatever we find that perks our interest. We download a new episode every Tuesday. You can find us on all the major apps, as well as a few minor ones. Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, all the rest. Just drop on by our host page at buzzsprout.com and pick your favorite app to download us on, and be sure and listen. And be sure to check our blog at kudzukillerspodcast.blogspot.com, where we have extra content that was just too much for our little show. So y'all come on, sit down with us and have a big old glass of sweet tea and enjoy listening to us talk all things murder. Bye now. Bye, y'all.
This is Chris from State of Fear Podcast, and you're listening to a Fourth Hand production. And so, yeah, they're banging in the pool. There's a fucking orgy going on in the pool. Gotta clean the pool. Yeah.
If the movie has any redeeming quality whatsoever, it's his fucking role.
Crapule. This whole story is crapule. Welcome back, Sucksters, to another fun-filled, shit-filled episode of What the Suck, What the Fuck.
That's right.
I'm your host, James. With me is my boy.
What's up, man? I'm ready to do this shit again.
What the fuck is your name, man? I didn't say your name. What's your name? No, I said...
You didn't say my name?
I did not.
What's my name, bitch?
You tell me your name, bitch.
My name is James.
That's right. That's my boy James here.
That's right.
Back for another fun-filled episode of shitty movies.
That's right. It's what we do.
That's right. But before we get into that, let's talk a little business real quick.
Business.
Little business. We got our Patreon going on.
Yes, we do.
Patreon.com// whatever the fuck you want to call it. What the Suck, all one word. Go check it out. We got 3 tiers, great content, lots of good shit, behind the scenes stuff. Also, we are doing multiple giveaways.
Yes, we are.
Over this season. We are giving away some pops, some very cool pop vinyl figures. We're giving away a really cool action figure, or 2 possibly. And our grand finale giveaway is you can win every single movie we watch this season.
That is correct.
We have a stack of 24 finally cured. You know, we went to the ends of the earth to find these fucking movies. 24
finally fermented.
Like, you know, like Hitchcock has his collection, the Criterion has their collection. We have the shit selection.
We got the What the Suck
crap collection.
I don't know what we call it. What the fuck?
You know what? We'll call it the Suck Stack. How about
the
that?
The Suck Stack.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
I like that.
But you can win every single movie we watch. Every movie we watch this season is on a Blu-ray or DVD. And at the end of the season, we're going to draw one name to give away and send you all this, including some goodies like some popcorn, some candy, some merch, like stickers and stuff, stickers and pins and all kinds of good shit that's going to go along with it. So
now let them know, how are they going to be able to win this, Chris?
Thank you. I was just getting to that. The way you get entered into these drawings, any of these drawings, whether it's for the pops, the figures, or for the grand finale, is you have to review us.
Yes.
on your favorite podcast app, whichever one you listen on, and give us a review. Send us a screenshot, email it to whatthesuckpodcast@gmail.com, and that is one entry into the giveaways.
That is correct. And he will be keeping tabs.
That's right.
Now, what you can do, you can do our show as a whole if you want just one entry, or you can do each episode. If you do individual episodes on certain, I think Podchaser, you said, is
I
one?
believe Podchaser is one of the only ones that does that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
Go to
however you can manage it.
Yeah.
That'll score you one entry. Now, going back to our Patreon.
Yeah.
You can enter... let's say, what is it?
You can get additional entries if you
I should know
subscribe to
this shit.
the.
I sound like a moron.
If you subscribe to the $5 one, you'll get one additional entry per month.
That is correct.
If you subscribe to the $10 one, which is the Final Girl,
Yep.
you will get 2 additional entries for each month that you are subscribed.
That is correct. Yes.
So, in addition to the reviews, you can get it's an easy way to get free entries. Now, so go review us on your favorite podcast app, but then go to Podchaser, sign up for a quick free account, and then like we said, on there you can go and review individual episodes.
And I think you can do it on a couple of others. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
Should I know this? Maybe not. I don't really give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
I just, anywhere you can do it, just knock it out. Send it to us, and it's another entry.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard. And like I said, and it's not a
Literally,
basket full. The shit stack itself,
a lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, we like I said, we scoured all of Houston for these movies.
Yes, we did.
And after we did, we brought them together and we looked and we calculated the value of the prize back to be in excess of $1 million. So
yes,
it's a lot of. But yeah, you can, no purchase necessary, of course. You don't have to go subscribe to Patreon. But if you do, you get extra entries at the $5 or $10 one.
Yes.
So on top of that, we also have a merch store.
Yes, we do. tpublic.com/what-the-suck.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it is. I believe it's got the dashes. We got T-shirts, got notebooks, mugs, thermoses, whatever.
We got your masks.
Thermos.
I wish you get thermos.
Thermal
actually.
cups.
Thermal
actually,
cups.
I think.
Yeah. Go check out the.
We're still working on beer mugs and shit.
We are.
Shot glasses.
The Patreon and the merch shop, all of that goes right back into the show.
Yes, it
We
does.
use it to buy the movies. We use it to get subscriptions. We use it to buy new gear because we just want to make the show as good as possible. And of course, every tier on Patreon gets you a shout out with your name on an episode. So that's a fun
if you
thing
want.
too.
You can send us a fake name if you're too embarrassed. I mean,
and I'll read it still. If you send me a fake name that says huge erection, I'll read it.
He would too.
Yeah, I will. I will very happily read it. So today's episode, we are going to cover the 2006, what looks like a direct to DVD movie, because I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, that's a big fat red light right there. That's a red flag.
Left in Darkness.
Straight to DVD means, holy fuck, we can't possibly show this in public.
So let's just bury it in the bargain bin. It's a 2006 horror film produced by IDT Entertainment and Soul Eaters Production. Yes. It had a Rotten Tomatoes score of 30% for the audience score, with a number of 794 user ratings, which is not a lot.
Not a lot, no.
Once again, the critics have taken a rain check on this one, so there are no critical reviews.
Yeah, and 70% of the users told this movie to go fuck itself. So
Exactly. So it's directed by Stephen R. Monroe, produced by Morris Berger, Stephen Brown, Stephen Cannell, and Michael Dubecco.
Dubecco.
Screenplay by Philip Day. Music by Corey A. Jackson. Cinematography, blah, blah, blah. Release date September 19th, 2006. Distributed by Anchor Bay Entertainment. A very short running time of 88 minutes. There's not a lot of story there. But, oddly enough, it had a budget of $1.2 million.
Well, in the 2000s, 1.2 million isn't much for a movie, really. But we have had some later made movies that have had total shit budget.
Yeah. I mean,
and it showed.
Paranormal Activity had like $100,000 budget, so that's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tiny. Yeah. So the movie, let's see what the synopsis said on the back of the fucking DVD. There's a lot of fucking writing on this. So I'm going to read the front real quick. It says, somewhere between heaven and hell, the ultimate evil waits to feed. The back says a bunch of shit. Good people go to heaven. The bad go to hell. Those in between are left in darkness. Actually, let's do that again. No. When I say darkness, you say with me. We'll do real deep. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Those in between are left in darkness. A provocative new shocker from the director of House of Nine and It Waits. I've never heard of either of those fucking movies. And producer Stephen J. Cannell. Her mother died in childbirth, and she always felt responsible for the tragedy. When her father disappeared, her grandparents raised her. Already I'm fucking bored.
Yeah.
As she got older, her sense of guilt grew deeper. On the night of her 21st birthday, Celia, played by Monica Keena of Freddy vs. Jason, is drugged, raped, and dies of an accidental overdose.
I was going to say teabag, but all right.
It was run a train on at a wild college frat party. For some reason, death is only the beginning. Trapped.
Wait a minute. They're ripping off mummy lines now?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Trapped in a netherworld between sanctuary and damnation, Celia must now battle the demons, including hordes of horrific soul eaters that prowl the afterlife.
Celia can eat a dick.
I think that's how she died. She choked on a dick. Is the spirit of her recently deceased Wait, what? Oh. Is the spirit of her recently deceased grandfather, Tim Thomerson, the fuck of Tracers, trying to lure her into eternity of suffering? Can her guardian angel, played by David Anders of Alias, safely lead her to the other side? And for a young woman caught in limbo, is there any way to go towards the light when your soul is left in darkness?
You got to Shatner that shit. Left
in
darkness. Perfect. Right on. That's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah. Special features, widescreen presentation, wonderful. Making of Left in Darkness. Okay, if we watch it and it's good, we'll watch the making of. If it's not, you know what? Maybe we'll watch the making of, and then it'll be a Patreon exclusive.
There you go. Inside
the Trenches. Don't care. My 21st birthday. And trailer. Okay. Well, before we get into this, let's go ahead and yes, this sounds like a pretty shitty movie. I mean,
what else do we do here, sir?
I mean, not a lot apparently. We need to get a fucking life. But I mean, we love shitty horror.
God, hell yeah, we love it.
I mean, all these movies were made by people who were at the minimum mildly passionate about them.
Yeah,
put some sort of effort into them. So they all deserve love at least one viewing.
Yep.
That's what we're here for.
That is absolutely what we're here for.
So we have devised a rating system to dig through the large pile of shit. Yes.
An ingenious fucking rating system, my friend.
To dig through the large pile of shit in hopes of finding that golden turd nugget.
Yes.
Now, our rating system is an inverse rating system based on shit emojis.
Absolutely.
1 through 5, 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. Now, here are the descriptions of the rating system. 1 out of 5 shit emojis. Those are the new classics, and they're the best of the worst, and the ones that are so bad they're good.
Yep.
You'll get endless hours of enjoyment out of these, and you'll watch them over and over. 2 out of 5 shit emojis are almost as bad as the ones, but not enough where it counts. Watch these only with friends who are really into shitty movies, which, if you're like us, you have a lot of those.
Yes.
Movies in this category are best watched with a group who like to riff or play a drinking game. Both are fun.
And he is not lying, folks. It is an absolute blast to have drinking games and rip on shitty horror movies with your friends. It really is. It's a kick.
Or playing the mustache game. What's the mustache game?
The mustache game.
And no, not a mustache ride game, you sick motherfuckers.
El Mustachio.
Yes.
What you do is you actually cut a mustache out of a piece of paper, or you can just create one.
Print one and then cut it out.
Cut it out, and you stick it on a random spot on the screen. Use a large TV because it makes the game a little harder and a little funner.
Right.
And then every time a character's face lines up perfectly with the mustache, everybody takes a drink.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
And of course, you can add your own rules. Some people say that, okay, animals count, animals don't count. And then you can add like certain degrees of how close it matches. It all depends on what you and the crowd are playing and feel. But
that's right.
It's a ton of fun.
Don't be pussies.
Yeah.
Drink.
3 out of 5 shit emojis. You'll watch it only you have nothing better to do, but prepare to drink heavily while watching, though alcohol may not be enough, and you may want to get something additional like some sticky icky.
Yep, little Jamaican gold.
That's right.
little Jamaican's lamb wool.
4 out of 5 shit emojis. Oh boy, this is where it starts to hurt.
Yeah.
These are the ones that they're so strange. You're gonna want to see them, but not more than once. And you're gonna want to bring friends because you want them to share in your fucking misery.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those who have wronged you or owe you money, and you want to make them suffer.
That's right, you fuckers.
There
Pay
you
up.
go. Yeah, pay up, or watch this shit.
That's right.
5 out of 5. Oh boy, the Fica de la Matter.
Yep.
These are the worst of the worst.
The sandpaper glove.
Yes, the sandy handy, as I call it. Only bring these out on special occasion. Let's say your friends are not adhering to social distancing.
Fuckers.
Or you're stuck in an apartment with your ex because you broke up 4 months ago. She won't leave, and you're still stuck in your lease.
She or he, depends.
Sorry, yes. I don't want to be sexist. She or he.
Of course.
Yes. Well, if you want some time alone, drop one of these movies in, make them watch it. They will leave for the weekend at least at that point because they're so bad. These movies from the rating category, and watch them from these, and they'll run screaming from the building.
Or just turn the volume up real loud, and during a very violent, murderous scene, you throw the motherfucker out the window.
Yeah. And then when you're done watching this, it's best to forget you even heard of these movies, and you'll want to erase it from your memory, possibly by blunt force trauma.
Just walk away.
Or maybe if you can get your hands on it, some medical government grade LSD.
There you go.
Something to really like destroy half of your brain so you don't remember that you watched it.
Just gargle with some Drano and end it. Fuck it.
Yeah. So that's our rating system. So we'll be giving you our rating at the end of the review. But James, what do you say we get into this piece of shit?
Roll it.
Let's do it.
For 2 young co-eds.
Are you sure you want to do this?
It's my 21st. I'd like to actually enjoy my birthday.
Celebrating a birthday.
Hey, you made it. My boy offered you a cocktail.
Just beer.
Maybe the last thing on earth they want to do.
Come on, I want to show you something.
I feel really weird. What did you do?
Come on, man, hurry it up. What's wrong with her? Hello, Celia.
Stay away from me.
I'm trying to help you. That is a soul eater. Needs to feed constantly.
She has to find her way.
Help!
Between the living and the dead.
It's not reality.
Between good and evil.
I'm not dead.
Between heaven and hell.
You're supposed to be here with me.
To save the ones she loves. IDT Entertainment presents a Stephen J. Cannell production.
I would never sacrifice my friend's life for my own.
I promised you'd do what I say.
Why can't you see that I'm the one with the power?
I will give you nothing!
Left in darkness.
So that really was not a horror movie.
Yep, so far we're kind of striking out, and I fucking hate that.
I don't, it's like, but that's okay. I mean,
that's always my favorite part. Chris drawing a deep breath, trying to figure out what in the fuck he's going to say about this one. This one was more psychological, of course.
Yeah, it was more psychological thriller.
It had some horror kind of thrown in. There was a little bit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was just a freaking... I mean, was the movie itself bad? No, it really wasn't.
Not really.
But it wasn't what the suck kind of horror. It really wasn't.
And it borrowed, like, tropes from other better movies.
Yeah.
Like Ghost and other things.
They raped Ghost on this one.
Speaking of rape.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the movie is all about, as we mentioned, it's all about this girl who gets drugged. Celia gets drugged and gang raped. and dies as an OD. And then it's her struggle between, I don't know, but the movie starts off with Celia as a young girl talking to an imaginary friend in the graveyard, who she says his name is Donovan.
I think she's like 8 or 9 maybe here.
Yeah. And then he asks her to play, but she says she can't. So
but you don't know. See, that's just it. You don't know at first.
You don't know.
She's just talking to herself.
Yeah, it's a one-sided conversation. So she gets up to go, because he disappears. And so she gets up to go look for him and runs to her grandpa. And her grandpa's like, look, we have to go say hi to your mom, who's dead. She died in childbirth.
DED.
And while that's happening, they have an exchange, and she says she doesn't want to do this. And so she runs off with grandpa chasing after her, damn near having a heart attack because he's old. And
maybe that's how he ends up dead.
Maybe
because they don't ever show his death. Now that is something else we will say. We did say that she was, raped and died of an overdose. Apparently not murdered on purpose, but died as a result of the actions of these college pukes.
Right.
So no, doesn't count. Doesn't count on the kill meter.
No,
See, that's what sucks.
No, it's not going to count because, not only that, but it doesn't count because it is the main reason for the story.
That is also very true. Yes.
Yeah, like it's one thing if she's trying to survive being killed, but it's another thing when the whole purpose of the movie is that she has to die in order to go through this whole challenge or whatever. So it doesn't count.
This whole clusterfuck of psychological bullshit.
Yeah. And so she's running away from her grandfather because she's a bitch, and she runs into the street, and because she's an idiot, and so she there's a car coming towards her, and all of a sudden she like flies off the road.
She does a Yoda force fly flip kind of maneuver.
Yeah. And you get the impression that it's Donovan that saved her.
But you just don't know at the moment.
No.
But you're like, what the hell? But yeah, we'll just go ahead and jump to it because it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, so flash forward, she's now 21. It's her 21st birthday, and her slut friend are going to go to a frat party. And she's concerned because 21, her birthday is always a bad luck day because her mother died on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, her birthdays are not very happy for her. She's struggling to have a good time because, her mama died while giving birth to her, so she never knew her. That is sad because I know it happens to people, but yeah.
Yeah. So they get to the frat house, and the one white dude, I don't know what the fuck his name is, Whitey McWhiteson, meets them at the front and takes him around, shows him the house, gets him a beer, all that shit. Takes him upstairs, introduces him to this fucking nerd dude who is...
fake Eric Bana.
Well, no, not that dude. I would say but they don't meet fake Eric Bana yet. They first meet that nerd dude who's only wearing a thong.
That's right. Well, that dude's kind of funny, but yes, it looks like I said, on that guy, it looks like somebody punched the shit out of him, and his jaw stayed where the fuck they knocked it.
Yeah, but this is an important scene because he's in a room full of girls and they're playing a Ouija board.
That is true.
That will come into play later. But they're playing a Ouija board, and then they leave and they meet, and that's when they meet fake Eric Bana. Fake Bana. So then there's a montage of them drinking, partying, all that usual typical bullshit that they're doing.
Yeah, like I said, it's cookie cutter college frat party bullshit.
Yeah, like you see in every fucking college movie. So then fake Bana takes her Cecilia downstairs into this creepy fucking basement because he wants to bang her. But she starts talking about how her mom died in childbirth, and today's her birthday, and really just like...
Well, as you call it, a boner killer.
Yeah, killing his boner.
Yeah. I mean, just...
Killing his boner.
Game stopper.
But, as you pointed out, just prior to that, when they were on the stairs, the scene before, he brings her a beer, and you pointed out, you never accept a drink that you did not see get poured.
That is correct.
Because he did, in fact, spike it with something.
Well, roof, I would imagine.
Well, so... I would say that, except later on, when they're trying to spike that other girl's drink, it's like a liquid from a bottle.
Yeah,
so it's not a roofie pill. It's something else, like Drano or some shit. But
fucking Drano.
So while they're in there, she's drinking and spilling her guts, and he's like, "I don't really care. Just fucking pass out so I can bang you."
That's exactly it. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Keep drinking.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you keep flapping your jaws talking, you're not drinking.
That's
so
all
you're
he's
not
doing.
passing out. I want some of that ass. Drink, bitch.
He's pretending to give a shit.
Yeah, he's pretending.
And so then she passes out. And then she comes to slightly, and of course she's in the bathroom and she's being run on a train, and he's doing her.
Now you gotta describe it though. See, she wakes up, her eyes are like half open. She's like, "What the hell?" But you see her head going up and down. You know, it's,
I mean, it's a train. She's passed out from a train. I think people get what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
And
now the actual crime, of course, is not funny, but because it's recreated in a movie and it's bullshit, it was kind of funny at first.
And then she dies.
Then she croaks.
She has an OD, and then she wakes up in the bathroom, and she gets up and she's like disoriented or whatever, and she's trying to get out of the bathroom, but she can't. But then she turns around and bam, sees her body. Cliche,
but her facial expressions weren't that bad.
No, she's not really that bad of an actress
for what it is. Yeah,
she was definitely better. I don't know if this was before or after Freddy vs. Jason, because she's the main actress in Freddy vs. Jason, but she was better in that movie. I'm assuming it's after, because she got acting lessons, I guess, after this movie for Freddy vs. Jason.
I guess so. Yeah. She got enough pay.
Warning: this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Because there's only one you, Vuse Alto is the vape as unique as you are. With Vuse by you, you can make your unique mix with any of 4 colors, 3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. So how will you do you? Make Vuse Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Vuse.com. Vuse. Charge beyond. Vapor products. Underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch. They have licensed agents available 24/7 online or over the phone.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance. And you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your home or renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident, and you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
Enough paycheck to go finish school.
Yeah.
And do her thing.
Yeah. So she sees her body. She realizes she's something's wrong. She's dead.
Something's not right here.
And so she runs out into the frat house, and this frat house, in her universe, if you want to call it, we'll call it Celia universe. We'll call it Celia-verse. And there's nobody in the house. So she's in the frat house still, but there's nobody there because she's dead.
And you're trying to figure out what in the fuck.
Yeah. But all of like the trash and the beer bottles and all that shit's still there.
It's like the scene is there, just no people are there. She's
right.
like you said, she's other dimensional right there.
Yeah. But before that, we real quick, she was in the bathroom still, and she was looking in the mirror, and in the mirror behind her, this girl comes in to puke her guts out. When she turns around, she's not there.
So like she's looking through mirrors. This, like I said, that's another thing with the paranormal universe. A lot of people wonder, hey, are mirrors portals to other dimensions and stuff like that? Well, apparently they kind of played off of that, because that's what it was. She was seeing something was actually happening in the mirror. And you're like, okay, whatever. We started figuring out that, okay, she's like in a purgatory kind of environment.
Yeah. And so she then she runs into her grandpa.
It's just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But they never explain how grandpa died.
Oh, yeah. Did she run to her grandpa first, or she? Yeah, so she went to her grandpa, and her grandpa tells her that she needs to get out of the house, that she needs to go back home, because she's not safe, and that there are things out there that's going to get her. So she runs out of the house and runs over to where she lives, but she can't get in that door.
Can't get in the door.
And so as she's running back, she runs into her grandpa again, but he is a zombie looking motherfucker with green skin,
and we're like, what the hell?
And these long ass fake ass Halloween claws.
Oh God, horrible.
Yeah, and he attacks her, and okay, so here, first of all, purgatory sucks because you're still stuck having to wear shoes and shit. You can't fly. You have to run everywhere, which fucking sucks.
Yep.
And then grandpa scratches her and you're bleeding. So in purgatory, you still fucking bleed, which sucks ass. So then she tries to just get into a car to start the car to get out of there, and she can't because the cars don't work in purgatory.
Well, we also can't forget the lovely photography and the whole freaking 1960s, old Batman TV show.
Oh, you're talking about
bad guy hideout, tilted camera shit.
Yeah, the Dutch angles is what they're called.
Dutch angles.
Yeah, they use that a lot.
Dutch oven is what it is.
Yeah, so she runs. She's able to run back into the house, and once she gets back in there, she hears a voice. She turns around, and there's this blonde dude looking in the window, talking to her. And come to find out, that's Donovan.
That's Donovan. We're finally introduced to Donovan, who, when she was a child, was an 8-year-old boy, and died as well when he was young. So he was roaming the cemetery.
But that should have been our first clue that something's off about Donovan, because if he died as a boy,
and he's grown up,
he should not be grown up. Exactly. He's a full-grown man when she meets her, so he should not be a full-grown man. So,
but not all things are as seen.
No, but she tells him that he died when he was 8, and he's been protecting her ever since, and he's been there her whole life, watching her pee and shit and have sex and all that great fun stuff, watching her smoke weed. And
well, you always wonder, like, is anybody watching?
So then he starts telling her about how she's like trapped in this in between, and she has until 2 a.m. to decide what she wants to do. She can either go and stay there and be left forever in the darkness, or she can go through the door that he shows her, and she can move on to the next life or whatever.
And what's funny is she keeps cussing at him. I mean, she's been raped and murdered, but yet he is verbally abusing her, constantly calling her a dumbass.
Yeah.
Quit being a stupid bitch. To do what I tell you, I've been with you your whole life, trying to protect you, and blah, blah, blah.
And he tells her about the zombie things, which are called soul eaters.
Soul eaters.
Says that her grandfather did not make it out, and so was eaten by a soul eater and turned into a soul eater. And so while they're talking, they go up to the roof because I guess he's trying to show her how to get out or whatever. And they're up there, and she runs into an old friend, a ghost of an old friend.
Yep. And
who turns out to be a soul eater, and throws her off the roof. And I'm like, okay, so again, in purgatory, you can't fly, and you can still be thrown off a roof.
Exactly. And then if it's a soul eater and a monster, why did it throw her off the roof instead of just
eating her soul?
Eating her at the moment.
Same with the grandfather. The grandfather had her in the street when she ran out.
Had her dead to rights.
And he just scratched her. He didn't eat her. So it doesn't make any fucking sense. But
well, that's because they haven't got enough of the movie passed yet. You got to have time. We're only about halfway through it this point.
Right. But we find out later that the reason they don't eat her is because Donovan's in charge of them. So Donovan's a bad guy.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Low life, 2-timing, fuck-faced, dickhead.
Nazi motherfucker. So
Nazi ass motherfucker. Yeah.
It turns
with
out
a big ass forehead, Doogie Howser looking.
All this
bitch.
shit that he's telling her is trying to trick her to go into hell.
Yes.
And he uses the soul eaters, as a way to distract her, and to push her more into going into the door that he wants her to go in.
Of course.
And then you find out that he is a special soul eater because he controls the soul eaters.
He's like one of the devil's lieutenants.
Yeah.
It turns out.
Yeah,
he's
pretty much.
He does work for the big guy.
Which is why they don't eat her. They just scare the shit out of her to get her to go to the door that he wants her to go through.
Yep.
And so, so then flash forward, and she finds out that.
So, yeah. Well, it's because, like I said, with no horror content, there's not a whole lot to go on. Unfortunately, it's just it's psychological. It keeps you guessing. You're wondering what, but the problem is it's not even that clever.
Right.
It's decent, but it's not that clever.
No.
It's pretty easy to figure out. Donovan's a douche. We pretty much figured that out
from the get-go
pretty quick. Yeah.
And so There's a whole lot of fucking talking. I mean, this movie is just pure talking.
Yeah.
There's very little action in it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yippity, yip, yap, yap. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Somebody kill somebody because it's supposed to be a damn horror movie. But no, we keep getting Flash family reunions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people trying to tell something. And God, her mother, yipe. I mean,
Like
there must have been no makeup in the budget.
No, not for her.
You know, it's natural beauty. No.
Oh, and let's
Hell
not forget that the wardrobe in this movie is horrible as well, because the entire movie, with the exception of like these 2 scenes in which she meets her mother and her grandmother in the afterlife on like this rocky shore somewhere where she's wearing this blue dress.
Yep.
The rest of the time she's wearing this outfit of these like fucking bedazzled fucking rocker 90s jeans. And
got her little, what you call it, a little hoe tag.
Her little hoe tag, yeah.
Up on her little stomach, yeah.
And then she's wearing like just this like crop top, whatever, but like her nipples are poking through the entire fucking movie.
It's like she just had freshly made fake boobs and they haven't settled into their little pouches yet.
It's like, I'm like, okay, we thought maybe the house was cold, but then when she was out on the street, they're still poking through. I'm like, what the fuck did the costume designer?
We're having to resort to talking about nipples because there were no rescue titties in this entire movie. There was one attempted flash at one point during the party, but there was nothing.
You couldn't see
it
anything.
was like they were either blurred. It's like watching Japanese porn. It's just blurred the fuck out.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And I would get it if, like, you know, if one scene they filmed, it just happened to be really cold and her nipples, you know, got hard. But the entire fucking movie, which means that the costume designer didn't give her the appropriate bra to cover her shit up.
I guess.
No.
Either that or he says, here, put these 2 olives in your shirt and wear them during the whole fucking movie.
Oh, my God.
So that Chris and James, when they watch it, do nothing but bitch about
her
the
nipples.
fact that your nipples are hard enough to cut diamonds the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, they're breaking through all the fucking glass.
Yep.
So we find out that later on that if she touches a mirror, she is able to see what is going on at that time in that house.
And discovers at one point that she can actually manipulate non-living objects.
Right, exactly.
Can't manipulate a person, of course, but like she can knock stuff over, move things, and all that, which does come into play here in a little bit.
Yeah, so she's in the kitchen and she's looking in a mirror and she sees her friend who's looking for her go up to douchebag number 1, Whitey McWhiterson, and is talking and trying to figure out where she's at.
Yeah.
And just prior to that, that's when we see that he had put something in his drink from a bottle.
Yep.
The same stuff that he gave Celia, and he's trying to get her friend doped up so he can run a train on her as well because he's fucking little dick loser.
And what kind of fucking pigs are they? Because they know they killed the girl. Mm-hmm. They left her dead ass body in the back of this frat house in a shower stall.
They're going for round 2.
And go for round 2 without even thinking about, just
worst
the consequences
of the worst.
Yeah.
So then at one point, Donovan takes her around the house and takes her upstairs to show her something, and they're up in the attic, and we find the rapist, the fake Banna, is upstairs, and he has some problems.
Yeah.
See, he punches a mirror that he sees up there to break the glass, and when Celia is asking Donovan what's going on, he's like, well, he has a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So the guy picks up a glass like he's gonna cut himself, and you see on his wrist he has a scarf when he did it before.
Yep.
And so Donovan shows her that not only is he a protector, but he's also sort of a influencer.
Yeah.
Not the Instagram influencer kind, but like
no,
like he's like a conscience almost.
He goes in there and whispers in there, "Go ahead, do it,
yeah.
do it."
And so he makes fake Banna split his wrist. So not only does this poor girl, first of all, have a shitty wardrobe. Finds out her father's a fucking zombie.
Shitty wardrobe. Hey,
gets roofied and gang raped and OD'd.
Mm-hmm.
But now her rapist dies and she's stuck in fucking purgatory
with
the rapist. Yeah, he dies and he's in there with her, and so for whatever reason she decides to help him.
Yeah.
So
she's just a good person.
Yeah. So she's helping him to escape, trying to get out of the house, and they end up getting to a car, and for some reason they're trying to start the car even though she knows like they don't work. But so while they're in there, what happens? One of the zombies breaks through the window.
Of course. Ooh.
Yeah.
And then, well, actually, we actually do get I mean, you don't see him. You see what looks like a geyser. So I guess that would count as...
Kill
1.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't really want to count it, though, because first of all, he's already fucking dead.
Well, true. But it's true. But like I said, it's the closest thing to an actual murder or a kill we see in this movie.
And it's like off screen still.
It's still off screen, but it is kind of funny because you hear the zombies ripping him. You hear him go, "Ooh!"
Yeah.
And then you see what looks like somebody turning on a water sprinkler of blood.
It's like spouting out things of blood. Yeah.
So, but yeah, you don't actually see it. You're right. It is. It's in front of you, and you see it through the car window, but you don't see the actual shredding happen.
And this is a really big parallel between this and Ghost, because the dickhead is killed by glass in both of them. Ghost,
that is true.
He's killed by a window that falls, that broken window. This one, he kills himself with glass. But in Ghost, after that, his soul is taken by the shadow demons.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, the soul eater breaks through glass.
Yep.
To grab him out and kill him. So it's very parallel to Ghost, just not as good.
Yeah, but what they don't explain too is what happens to you when the soul eater eats your soul.
They don't explain that. Well, they do, because her grandpa had that happen. So Rapist became a soul eater.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's what Donovan said happened to her grandfather. That he got eaten by a soul eater and became a soul eater.
Okay, well that fact eluded me.
Yeah.
And with good reason.
Yeah.
Shit.
So then she gives in. She's like, okay, look, fine, Donovan, I will go through this door. There's nothing left for me here. I'll go. And he takes her, opens the door. She walks in. He closes the door, and she looks down, and it looks like, it's just like a bunch of people all in there, wriggling around and writhing and just yelling and crying and screaming. It looks like hell.
Yeah, it's what Zach Bagans wished he would have found in Bobby Mackey's when he looked down the well. It was supposedly the portal to hell. Or whatever.
Exactly. And then she realizes this is not where I want to be. So she gets out. She leaves.
She said, fuck that. I ain't going in there.
So now Donovan's chasing her, trying to force her into this door. Now throughout the movie, every so often, Donovan looks at this dumbwaiter door that's in this one room, and it's slightly cracked, and you see a bright light. And we all know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
It's heaven.
It's heaven.
And so he's chasing her around, trying to get her to go into that door. So, and that's one where it's revealed that he's the king of the fucking soul eaters, and he controls the soul eaters. And
yep.
So then she goes upstairs, and she goes back to the room where the dude with the Ouija board is, and she gets an idea. She goes up to the Ouija board. We don't see what happens just yet, but then she goes back downstairs to Donovan, and says, fine, I will do what you want on one request. You let my grandfather go.
Yep.
And he does.
Turn him loose.
In a very, very terrible CGI effect.
God. Yeah. Very shitty.
Yeah.
Completely shitty. But
he gets reverted back to a regular soul.
It is what it is. I mean, what did we expect in this movie now?
Yeah. And then Donovan's about to kill her. I don't know how or why. Is about to kill her, but then before he gets a chance to, sirens come up.
Yep.
And
you don't realize at the moment what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see her in there, and she's manipulating the Ouija board.
Yeah.
She grabs the glass. She goes in there to manipulate the Ouija board, and then she actually leaves a message about, hey, dead body in the house, in back of house.
Call police.
Call police, blah, blah, blah. So she basically went through and gave a message to him. She also manipulated a cell phone and actually texted her friend from beyond the dead.
I forgot about that. So, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Tell him about that, James.
Well, she's dumping purses over. Nobody's looking. She's able to manipulate those objects. So she flips it over and she grabs a good old style Nokia flip phone.
Yep, 2006.
And using that old school texting, texts her friend to get the fuck out. It says, go home, ... C.
And then she does.
So her friend starts to cry because she's freaking out, doesn't know what it is. So she leaves. So she's out of the picture now.
Yep.
She gone.
Yep.
So she saved her. Then she, like I said, she leaves the message with the Ouija board gang.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is her soul goes where her body is.
Right,
So
exactly.
what she did is, in effect, she
escaped.
She managed to
elude,
craft her escape.
Oh, yeah.
by having the paramedics come find her body. And then when they hauled the body off, she was able to get loose and run. Actually, she ran back in the house. That's right. Because her mother told her that's the only way in.
That's the source. Look for the source. Yeah.
The source. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get this shit right. Well, anyway, she chases down her
but-
father.
Yeah.
And they both climb up the fucking dumbwaiter.
Her grandfather.
Her grandfather. Yeah. Excuse me.
So they climb up the dumbwaiter and they go to heaven.
She basically looks down, says, "Goodbye, Donovan. Go eat a bag of dicks. Get the fuck out of here.
Just suck my fucking nipples, you bitch."
And they climb up and vanish into the light.
Yep. And then it cuts to like the next day or something because I'm guessing it's the next day because it's daytime and the house is still a fucking mess. The frat house is still a mess.
Of course it is.
Her friend has gone back to that nerdy dude with the Ouija board and says that she wants to use it because she wants to communicate with her friend. So they use it, and Celia leaves a message and says, "When you die, I will come for you." Which actually sounds kind of creepy.
Yep. And she's like, "Yeah, no shit, I'm coming for you."
It would have been great if she had said, "P.S. See you next week."
But literally, the blood from the guy cutting his wrist and dying, the suicide, which was not a kill, the geyser,
yeah,
and then a couple of zombie effects.
Celia got slashed on her shoulder and then on her ankle.
There was literally no on-screen kills.
No.
Yet again, I don't know what in the fuck we're doing, Chris.
Man, we are watching physical media this season.
Yes.
We have picked out so far some really, really shitty ones, but I hold in my hand next week's selection, and I'm pretty excited about it because it looks like it's going to be a real fun fuck fest. So,
oh yeah, the flying brain. What is that one? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. I'm not giving the title away. I'm not doing it.
So we'll see how that goes. But as far as this one goes, James, what is your review of this one?
Okay. Well, this one for me tanked.
Yeah.
The actual movie itself is not bad, but it doesn't have the horror element that we're looking for. The acting was typical of the time period.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was nothing special. Cecilia, the actress who played her acting was decent.
Decent, yeah, it was decent.
The script was actually not bad. The story I thought was good, and the effects very poor.
Yeah.
However, I cannot really give this movie a very good score.
Okay.
I'm going to. For horror factor, I'm giving this one a 5 turd.
Okay.
Because as far as a horror movie is concerned, it just doesn't have it. So on our scale, it's 5. You're going to watch it once and then go smoke some dope and get it out of your brain.
Smash your head into the wall or something. Yeah.
That's it. And I can't really say much else about it, man. It's
yeah.
It's a bag of dicks.
I'm actually, I'm going 5 as well just because it's boring. It's not scary at all. There's other than the paranormal factor, it's not really horror, as you said. What's her face was fine. The actress was fine. The guy who played Donovan was fine. He was a good job as well.
It was like I said, you guys might enjoy the movie, but don't expect horror out of it.
No.
There's like I said, the element of horror is so minuscule that it just not happening.
I mean, it's not really a bad movie. It's just we watch movies because we want to see super cheesy or super terrible, and it just really wasn't that. I mean,
the blood effect in 1,000 Ways to Die in the West, or 1,000,000 Ways to Die in the West, the McFarlane movie.
Yeah,
his blood effects and deaths were more gory than this movie.
Right.
So what does that tell you?
So we're both going 5.
Going 5s, man.
Yeah.
This is a one-time watcher, and then ditch it. Run into traffic or something.
All right, man. Well, why don't you tell them where they can find us?
Absolutely. You can find us on the fourthhand.com media network, along with our sister project, State of Fear. You can also find us on the Big Evil Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, and we are on Twitter. We also have our Patreon is up now for What the Suck. It's patreon.com/what-the-suck.
Actually, no, that's only TeePublic. Patreon is just What the Suck, one word. Yeah.
My fault.
That's fine. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Anyway, those links will always be posted on our episodes, so it'll be easy access. You can get you some merch there.
Yeah.
Cups, whatever,
Cool stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
Go check out the cool stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And don't forget about our continuing. So right now we are doing a giveaway, doing 2 giveaways right now. We're doing the one for the grand one, which is all the movies at the end of the season.
Yes.
That's going to go throughout the entire season. But also right now, we don't have video up going right now. That's fine, whatever. But we we'll post a picture of it when the episode comes out. But we are doing a drawing for a David from Lost Boys vinyl pop.
That's right.
So, again, leave a review, send us a copy of that, a screenshot of that review, and you'll be entered. And at the end of the month, we'll draw one name, and that person will win the vinyl pop of David.
And all of you who support us on Patreon can go in there. If you join us on the $5 level, you get one additional entry every month. Every single month you are subscribed.
Yep.
If you get our $10 level, which is our max, you'll get 2 additional entries every month for all of our drawings and giveaways.
Yep.
It won't just be a couple of things. We're going to probably have several giveaways, and it's going to become a much bigger part of what we do, because we appreciate we appreciate all of you guys out there listening to us, putting up with our shit.
Yep.
So we're going to give a little bit back.
Yeah, we want to reward you guys for sticking with us for 3 seasons, because goddamn, I can't stick with us for 3 seasons. So yeah, so we got some.
That's why we got to change it up, man. That's why we make it interesting and do some different stuff. So
we got some more giveaways coming out. So stay tuned.
And we'll also say that all funds received for support are going back into the show.
Absolutely, bigger and better stuff.
Bigger and better stuff all the time, brother.
That's right. So, all right, man. Well, I am Chris, and I will see y'all at the next Suckfest.
Yeah, and this is James, and if it ain't on What the Suck, it ain't shit.
You've been listening to a Fourth Hand Joint.
Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch. They have licensed agents available 24/7 online or over the phone.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance. And you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your home or renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident, and you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
With equipment breakdown coverage from American Family Insurance, you can protect all the things that keep your dream home running, from sudden mechanical or electrical issues. Because this sound shouldn't mean... Contact your local agent or visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Refer to policy for equipment breakdown covered losses, deductible limitations, and exclusions. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.